Go. Oh, I had to extract it from YouTube, so all the water wet and the air horn are all in it. What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of What the Fanboy. My name is Luke. That's Mr. Tyler.
That's beautiful, Brett Eiton.
Thank you.
That was quick that we just did that.
We did. We're
through the intros within the first 20, 30 seconds.
Still wasn't good, but
No. When's it ever good?
will it ever be good? That's
No.
the real question.
the
Never.
time that it's good, we'll probably be all retired and have grandkids. If this thing is even still a thing at that point, I mean,
It works for me.
who knows if we'll even be
that's
alive?
Like 4 years for Brett.
Yeah, right.
Old.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
It's all love, I promise.
It's
Or-
all it's all love.
Already on the. Ooh, I'm getting loud into my mic. I'm gonna back it up.
Back it up. So to begin
back it
with,
up.
this week, shout out to our episode quote unquote sponsor Ian. Man, you tried.
I pointed. I shouldn't have pointed because I doubt Ian's actually watching.
He won't
this.
watch this, but
Thank you, Ian.
Is he a listener?
Yes, Ian is a listener.
What's an audible point? Point.
Finger pointing.
Finger in your direction.
That's
Ian.
it's not a middle finger up. It's like a
No, it's
index finger
crook-
at you.
That's Tyler's crooked index finger pointing
Yeah.
at you.
Do you have arthritis
So thank
I
you
broke
for
my
the
fingers a
drinks.
lot.
from the football?
Yeah.
Tyler and I both almost vomited. So
I wouldn't say almost vomited, more almost number 2 to my pants.
Classic.
But we're good. We're
I
good.
mean, who hasn't number two'd their pants?
It's been a while.
it's been yeah.
But you have done it
Yeah, oh yeah.
in
On
the
a-
past year.
Speaking of
Not
other
in the past
things,
year, no.
speaking of other things we've done this week.
3 years possibly.
Sorry, I'm a little slow over here. Got that joke finally.
I may be old, but I'm still quick in the mind. Nope, that didn't work. Those words didn't make sense together.
Quick
Quick
in the mind.
and quick in the
Like
mind.
those
Quick
synapses are really rolling.
They're trying, but what'd you guys do this week?
Oh, hung out, watched stuff, played stuff, went and did stuff, enjoyed stuff,
Let's do the entire episode.
talked
as,
about stuff,
vague as possible.
Ooh, the Vegas
I did a thing.
episode.
and
Yeah.
I did it. Did I finish it? I don't know. You'll have to find out. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. No.
Luke, what did you actually do this week?
So
curious.
I'm in the middle of my Bond resurgence,
Oh, that's right.
going through them.
How's that going?
I watched 4.
You're a machine.
Well, the old ones, like the first, I'd say 4 were Connery ones, relatively short.
Like hour and a half, or
Hour 45, yeah. They're not too terribly long.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get past those, they start going up in length. So now it's probably won't be as much.
so you'll watch 6 this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm like watching them. I'm doing other things when I'm watching them. Like
Like what?
I was editing. I had a real struggle with the last week's episode.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to be trying to figure this out for a while. So I turned on You Only Live Twice. One of the worst ones. That one is... All the old Bond movies are sexist. All of them. But that one is very racist, too, I feel like.
Most of the new ones are a little sexist too, if we're being honest.
Not as much, but
Oh no, they're not
yes.
as bad. No, I'm not. I'm
Like
certainly
you,
not saying they're as
you
bad.
don't have Sean Connery literally like being held back from a kiss and him just going, and it's just like, oh man, this does not fly anymore. So the 4 that I watched, I'll say them. Goldfinger, it's a really good one. That's actually the one that he forces himself. Thunderball, oh, that's the one I watched when I was editing. Thunderball.
Oh.
You Only Live Twice, and then On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is in the continuity of Connery's, but it's a different actor. It's George Lazenby. That is my favorite of the old ones.
Oh yeah.
That one is so underrated.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
That one's sad too. It's very sad. Some other stuff I did. I'm still playing Anthem. I'm getting a lot of masterwork stuff, so I'm literally just destroying people. I have a heavy pistol that, if I'm hovering, causes 200% extra damage. So if I'm going against a Titan, I just hover for a bit and I shoot its hands, and I get about 10,000 damage on each bullet. It still takes a long time to kill, but...
Can you kill one by yourself yet?
Oh, yeah. I've done it multiple times now. I watched First Man because Tyler had been talking about it, and because of another reason, but I'll get to that at the end of my little spiel here. I also started Love, Death, and Robots.
Ugh. I did that too.
This show is crazy.
Crazy good?
It's crazy.
Crazy bad?
It's crazy. Like, it's just wild.
Sounds like my kind of party.
I think you'd love it.
I think you would too.
I'd say it's a better version of Black Mirror because the episodes aren't an hour.
Yes.
They're 5 to 15 minutes. They're weirder. They're not all just technology, like what would happen if your phone talked back to you. What?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, her name's Siri.
What did you just do?
I said, well, I put on the welcome to the show button.
That's pretty awesome. Sorry, I didn't.
But
Tyler's amazed by our own technology that we have on the
it's just
table.
like how quickly he did it. Like you're just like.
they're all mainly sci-fi related. There's a couple. No, that's not true. They're all sci-fi related. But they're all animated and they all have very distinct visual styles. There's some that are just like straight CG rendering, and they almost look 100% real. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
And then there's some that are like classic animation, or there's one that's animated like Fortnite is. That's actually my favorite one so far. It's called Suits. If you just want to check out that episode, I'd give it. I can pretty much say I'd give it a fanboy worthy. If you like Black Mirror, you'll probably like this.
It's a little more mature.
It's a lot more mature. Sometimes I'm kind of like, people who made this might be a little pervy.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's animated and there's just an unfortunate amount of over-sexualization in every single one. And it's just like, this is not needed. This doesn't improve the story at all.
I feel like it's weird in animated format.
It's extremely weird.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm thinking about that, but I'm watching the episode and I'm like, the concept of this is so cool. And it's almost ruined because there's just so much sex in like this one episode. And once it's episode 3, once you get to it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've only watched the first episode, so
I'm gonna go home and start it tonight.
The first
these guys were
episode,
talking about it.
The first episode is insane.
Yeah.
With the creature designs and the ideas behind it. And
how long is the first episode?
11 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
This is awesome.
They're short. It's great.
That's really cool.
Super digestible.
I'm bad at watching TV shows. This will be my second TV show this year.
There's an episode that's 5 minutes long, and it's just like narration about what happened in the world. Maybe my least favorite episode, but it's still kind of cool. Like, I was just like, what the freaking crap is going on? But then I did the last thing, and I was not going to expect to really love this so much, but I went and saw the archival documentary Apollo 11. This is why I watched First Man.
Yeah, you texted us like immediately after you got out of this, and you were like,
oh my god, this movie literally blew my mind with how good it was. It would have been in my top 3 last year. It's crazy. It's so good, and all it is NASA's footage and like some news footage from when was it? 69.
Yeah.
Boom. Of like shut up.
Sorry, I had to do it.
It's just all the footage from like Houston and Kennedy and the LEM and Columbia and them on the moon, and then also like news. And it's most of it is just maybe a newscaster talking over some footage. There's no narration, like, and this is when they realized that they needed to take care of this problem with this fluid leak. And then it's Neil Armstrong going, I didn't know that even happened. It was crazy that we even lived. There's none of that. This thing is a movie. The soundtrack is incredible also. It reminded me a lot of like Division 1 soundtrack.
Nice.
Keeping it relevant to the
Episode.
topic of the
Yeah,
episode.
true. It's so good. It's a booyah. But I realize that there's going to be a lot of people though. They're like, man, I don't want to go see this documentary in a theater. It's like, I totally get that. But trust me, it's really good. Like, I love it. It's my number one so far this year, and I say good luck to anything else coming out to beat it.
Wow. The bar is set.
The bar is set extremely high. So, I also played some Division 2.
You played the Division 2?
I played the Division 2 also.
Ooh.
Glad you caught on to that.
I got you.
I guess I'll talk about what I did. Unless you want to go.
Oh no, I'm just checking my LinkedIn right now. I have 2 invitations from people who I do not know,
That's really important.
but they have shared connections with me, so
That's good. Well, I went to Fort Worth on Friday and saw a friend of the podcast, Nick Lepke. Shout out.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, Nick?
I drove down there Friday, got there pretty late. We hung out and just chatted. Saturday, I went to the stockyards for the St. Patrick's Day stuff. That was really cool. I'd never been there. It's like super country. There was like armadillo races, and it was pretty wild.
I bet my armadillo's faster than your armadillo.
You have to like blow on their tails to make them race. Then they get like people out of the crowd to do it.
That's bizarre.
It was too much for me. I made sure to drink some green beer because St. Patrick's Day. Why not?
Yuck.
What would you rate it on Fanboy scale?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
But it was really fun. I also got to check out this store called Holocron, which is it's a Star Wars toy store as well as like anything else you can imagine Star Wars. The most expensive toy I saw in there was $20,000. It was
That's insane.
absolutely nuts, but it was really cool to go in there. I was glad I got to check it out because Lepke had told me about it, and I just wanted to see it for myself. And he didn't tell me we were going. We just got in the car and we went, and that's where we ended up. And I was like, this is awesome. I was like, I've never felt overwhelmed in a store before, but there was just so much awesome stuff in there that I felt like I couldn't get to all of it.
That's all I was when I was in New York and I went to Midtown Comics.
Yeah, there's just way too much. I was like, oh man, I just want to look at everything. I want to touch everything. But it was really cool, and I really had a good time, and I appreciate Lepke showing me around. I really enjoyed that.
Nick, thank you for showing our boy a good time.
That's right. We won't talk about all of it though.
Follow him on Twitch.
Yes, Game Lord Master on Twitch. I'm still reading the Court of Owls novel. That story is just wild. It's so crazy. Is it in the comic? Do they talk about the
History of Gotham?
the sculptor who makes all the statues in Gotham?
I don't remember.
Statue for the Wayne Manor.
I don't remember. I read it in like 2011. So.
Well, it's crazy, and it all ties back to Bruce, obviously, which is even crazier. But that's really good. I'm really enjoying that, and then I've also played some of the Division 2, probably a lot more than you did.
Yeah.
I got the early access last Tuesday. Started it Monday night after the podcast because I knew I was going to be gone on the weekend, so I really wanted to play some before the episode, and that was the only way I was going to get to do that. Well worth it to me. I'll talk more about that in a little bit.
Yep.
But other than that, I've just kind of been relaxing. Didn't do a whole lot.
I took care of your cat when you were gone.
You did take care of my cat.
How was
Thank you.
Petunia?
She was very cuddly.
Oh, well, that's good.
We hung out for a bit. I went down in your basement, and we just hung out.
I don't know why you went like that. It's fine.
I don't know if it was weird if I just went to your basement.
No, you could have made a sandwich and
Darn it.
kicked your feet up and hung out. I wouldn't have cared. I was just thankful you did it.
It was just cooler in the basement. It was warm that day. Thankfully, I'm not complaining.
We've had some nice weather.
I'm not complaining about the weather.
Yeah.
We've had some nice weather.
I haven't played paintball in a few weeks, and the weather's getting nice, so Saturday's going to be great.
Itching.
Oh, I got the itch. Don't say it.
Do you got a rash?
No, I was talking earlier to Luke, and I was saying how we should all go play Saturday. What the fanboy plays paintball.
That would be fun.
We could all take turns wearing the GoPro.
I would say we should get another GoPro. And
More
just
like
strap
what
it
the
on.
fanboy gets shot by a lot of paintballs and looks foolish.
I'm not volunteering to be that guy. It's going to have to be one of you guys.
That's
It will
me and
end.
Brett.
It will end
Okay.
up being me. I'll be like trying to be all sneaky, and
So does that mean you're going to play?
then I'll just walk out into open and.
Sounds like he's going to play.
What, Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, I bet I can make time.
Oh.
I'm so excited. Okay. But yeah, so now I'm waiting till Saturday, and this episode is done for me. I'm just excited to go play paintball on Saturday.
Okay.
What have you been up to?
I've been playing lots of Destiny 2.
Yeah. With all the
Um,
new was it Season of the Drifter?
Season of the Drifter.
Yeah.
The new stuff's pretty good. Having a lot of fun with Gambit Prime, and actually, I'm having a lot more fun now that I'm kind of over leveled. Going back and playing the Black Armory stuff that I skipped.
I saw you in the raid last night.
Oh yeah, so
What's going on there?
there's the raid weapon from Destiny 1 is called the Legend of Acreus, and it's a exotic shotgun that's amazing. And so most people have it now, but there's a catalyst, and catalysts just make the guns extra crazy. But you have to get the catalyst to drop, and you do that by beating the encounters in the very first raid on prestige mode.
So that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So we're just kind of grinding those out every week, and like until we hopefully all get that.
That's awesome.
So that old content still very, very difficult. And honestly, the Leviathan might be one of my favorite.
Is that the
Raids.
first raid for Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you
Like
shoot the cup?
yeah.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of that whole thing.
The prestige version of that is just unbelievably hard. But
I thought it was hard to begin with.
yeah.
The mechanics on that raid are pretty tough. I did play to that point.
Yeah. So the only thing that's different in prestige is that you know how you kind of get split up into two teams
In
in the final room?
yeah.
Well, now whenever you punch one of those scions that are in the bubbles in the throne room, you get teleported and it replaces one person. Like it flips one of you randomly.
Oh.
So you have to keep doing all of the ridiculously hard stuff in the Void Realm while someone gets taken and a new person comes in.
While also trying to communicate which
Yeah,
thing
symbols
you need to punch.
and yeah,
No way.
it's ridiculous.
So I always joke like, "Oh, what's Destiny 2?" I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Dude, that is one of the hardest raid mechanics in my opinion.
Luke, there's a giant cabal.
He sits on a throne. He's really fat.
He has a golden ship.
Okay, wait, hold on.
What is a cabal?
those are the big ones with the shields.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But this one, he shoots a laser out of his forehead like Vision.
Hmm.
And he's very, very large. He's also a robot, spoilers.
Oh man.
I was totally gonna play that.
Man.
But also, actually, and more importantly,
I know. It's okay.
there is a bunch of new lore in Season of the Drifter that is amazing. That's really going into the relationship of the light and the darkness, and what it means to maybe not necessarily be a servant of just the light, and why that's important. It's kind of cool. I'll keep it brief because no one really cares other than me.
Sounds like a movie.
I would love a movie.
Movie.
The other thing that I haven't mentioned yet. Oh yeah, Stephanie and I are still going through Game of Thrones, nice and strong. We just got through a wedding, so we're very depressed.
I mean, there's a wedding. Weddings are happy. Why would you be depressed after that?
Yeah. Oh.
That's what a person who hasn't seen Game of Thrones would say.
Right. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes of that show.
That is. I mean, it was It was way more palatable this time, and actually, I enjoy it for what it does because of what the whole thesis of the show is. But it is still hard to be like, oh, this is like things are going well. No, they are not. That turns very quickly. So, very much enjoying that.
That happened.
We're running out of time to get to season 7. So.
How many episodes do you watch a week about?
2 episodes a week, I think. We probably ought to try and bump that up to 4. We'll see. We might just
the problem is, though, that
Spark Notes, so like seasons 4, 5, and 6, and then just skip to 7.
Yeah.
Probably watch Battle of the Bastards. That's
gotta watch Hard Home too.
Hard Home's. Oh yeah.
Hard Home's my favorite episode. Mainly because I had
good episodes.
I had no idea what was going to happen in Hard Home. I thought, are we allowed to talk about this episode? I don't know. It's kind of spoilery.
Tyler hasn't seen it. Tyler, do you care?
Not really.
Okay, so
be vague about it.
I guess with Hard Home, I for sure thought I was going to say bye to Jon Snow in that episode.
Oh,
that's that
yeah.
episode?
It's the episode where he fights the White Walker. And I was like, you know what, Jon, you fought hard. And then it literally like flips, and I was like, oh my gosh. And they pretty much ruined it in the next episode with Ollie. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew what was going to happen after that, and then yeah. But yeah, Hard Home. Battle of the Bastards, I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I've seen a war thing before.
Yeah, I was.
It's just so well done.
It's so well shot. Yeah.
But is that everything you did?
That's everything I did this week. I did yard work on Sunday because it was very nice outside. So I raked a bunch of leaves that I left sitting over winter.
I also went to the zoo.
Not smart. Don't do that.
I love the zoo. I got a zoo membership for Christmas from my parents. That is an awesome gift because now I can just go to the zoo when I want. And the zoo is expensive.
Yeah.
Go support your local zoo if you can.
Like, I went there for like 45 minutes, and I was just like, okay, I can come back tomorrow if I want to. My brother did go back the next day.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw
that on Instagram.
Like Instagram or Snapchat, yeah.
Yeah, but
zoos are great.
Oh, are we ready for some news?
We're zoo members too.
Yes. Yes, hit the news button.
Crime wave.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Wet.
Yep. That's why I stopped.
I need to get a new audio
Soundbite?
sizzle for that. Oh yeah, soundbite. That's the right word. Words are hard.
You need to get a 4-part harmony of people going, news.
We got 3 parts right here.
You should get Jonah Jameson screaming about something.
Hey, you're fired. Hey, come back.
Oh,
There's a lot of news this week, guys.
Can we start off with the big one?
Let's
Sure.
start
Go
off
ahead.
with the big one.
Kick it off.
James Gunn. He's back, baby.
He's back. The triumphant return. Return it. He's back, baby.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Disney said, oops, my bad.
Daddy's coming home.
Undo. They hit that undo button.
Did they
did.
though? Did you guys see that they're like, we're always going to hire James Gunn back?
Then what was the point?
So I heard,
No. That's total PR cover your arse.
I heard people talk about this, and they were like, you know what, that actually makes sense. Because now they've done the right thing twice. Morally, they had to fire him because of what he said. Everybody disagreed with it, but
right.
it was
Like
probably the right
moral
thing
high
to do.
ground
But now
argument.
they did what everybody wanted again,
Gotcha.
and they got him back.
Disney's good at doing the right thing. In their fans' eyes. They're really good at it.
But I am very, very happy that he's back.
He
And
is making that movie after
Suicide
he makes
Squad.
the Suicide Squad.
I'm really glad he's still on that too.
I was really worried he was going to leave the project.
Yeah.
When that was announced, I was like, dang it, now he's going to leave Suicide Squad, and that movie's going to go into development hell, and then it's never going to happen.
I'm impressed that Disney negotiated that. Or Gunn was able to negotiate with Disney to say, no, I'm still doing this
Something I committed to.
I've committed to this.
Well, if you
really want me back.
They're starting now.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to be that much delayed.
Yeah.
But
and then also with like Guardians, he already wrote the script.
Right.
So they can go into pre-production and build sets.
Yeah.
And hire other side actors and get background and get locations and all that other good stuff.
Yep.
They'll probably need
While
to make
he's
sure,
finishing up
depending on
Suicide
where it's
Squad.
falling
Mm-hmm.
and what's happening with some of their other movies, they probably need to make sure that script still. I can't imagine it would not make sense.
Yeah.
But things change so fast.
I'm sure there'll be some touch-ups done to it, but
Yeah.
I'm sure for the most part it's intact and good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, kind of with Suicide Squad still, it was confirmed that it is a total reboot.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank goodness. that just alleviates all the worries I had about it, and I'm now completely in on it. Like,
It's
yep.
it's a total reboot with some of
Show
the
me
same
what you got.
characters,
Yeah.
which works.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with that.
Just, you don't need to introduce what the Suicide Squad is. Just be like, yeah, we're bad guys and we blow their heads off. All right, mission.
Yeah, seriously.
Just blow somebody's head off in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's the team. Dead. Mission.
Kill more than one though.
Ooh.
Kill like 2 or 3.
The only one that
And not
should,
after 30 seconds of screen time.
out of the ones that they listed, if that's the squad, the only one that should make it out is Deadshot.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Polka Dot Man.
Nah, he's gonna look like he makes it out, but then in the last second, Waller's like, beep. He's like, I hated that guy.
That would be awesome.
He wouldn't stop doing any polka dot puns.
Yeah, Deadshot's definitely surviving.
Oh, yeah. If you get a name as big as
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
So, I think we went from the biggest news story. Well, there might be one bigger, but this is definitely the smallest news story. Snoop Dogg and his brand are launching an esports tournament called the Gangsta Gaming League, the GGL. This is the most obscure gaming news story of the week. You are welcome. Thank you, Lepke, for sending me that. Totally worth mentioning. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I think they're going to play sports games is what I saw.
Okay. Well, cool.
The Gangsta Gaming League.
Well, I think most of the
Did you just touch feet?
we did. I wasn't gonna do anything about it, but
I don't like it.
now that you,
Let's not do that.
most of those bigger like esports games already have like huge
Yeah.
tournaments,
Oh, yeah.
and so yeah, be interesting to see what they do to differentiate themselves.
I think his weed brand is doing it. So I think I know what they're going to do to differentiate
Okay,
themselves.
well, could be entertaining to watch. I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
Could be super boring.
It could, yeah. Yep.
Nobody knows. Luke, what you got?
The biggest news story of the week.
The biggest news story of the week is that Netflix is making more interactive. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
not that one. Not that one. The other one.
That there was a Batman v Ninja Turtles trailer, or that there was a actual good Aladdin trailer, or that there was an Avengers Endgame trailer.
Those are all.
Well, you just hit all your trailer news stories.
Well, I'm trying. Yeah,
That way we don't
exactly.
spend a bunch of time on it.
No. Tell us about the real big one. The one that dropped at like 3 o'clock today
Kevin Tsujihara is a dirty, dirty, gross old man.
and is now stepping down from Warner Brothers.
Yeah. It took a while, but he's finally gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
DC fans have been wanting to see him go,
Yep.
and
For obviously different reasons.
totally different reasons.
Yeah.
Instead of just like he ruined Justice League in some people's eyes for Run Direction, and then he also ruined it in the other direction against the other people. Like it wasn't dark enough, or it was too corny and like all this stuff. And
Or
then
it was just released so that he could get a bonus.
and then it was released so he could get his Christmas bonus.
And he also limited the runtime to 2 hours
Yeah.
on the dot.
But the reason he's actually
Getting my
stepping down is
angry
because he was offering sex to young actresses for roles.
Yep.
So
Well, there's that.
it's like, well, bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out,
Yep.
you dirty, gross man.
You have no need
I'm
to be in
curious,
this industry.
really curious about who's going to replace him. Because it's unfortunate because while the DCU has been rough,
It's getting a lot better.
it is getting better, but he's also the one that started it. He started in 2013, which is when Man of Steel came out.
He greenlit the whole thing.
And he said, oh, we're doing this. Now, he may not have started it in the most greatest direction. Awesome grammar there. But at least he kicked something off
Yeah.
where most people
yeah.
didn't think anything besides Batman or Superman would work. And now the ones that work are Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
And not Batman and Superman.
Yeah. That one did not work.
And it sounds like Shazam works.
Let's give him another 3 years. We'll see what.
I just hope that whoever comes
work them
in,
all into the fold.
probably my guess is that it's going to be Toby Emmerich, who honestly I don't know if he's any better, but
Yeah.
that he just is like, yeah, we can make really good DC movies. Also, Harry Potter movies.
Well, I was
But,
gonna
like,
say their other big franchise, Harry Potter, has not been doing
I feel like Warner
very
Brothers.
well at this point.
Like I don't.
Sounds like a shakeup was needed no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know how to run a $1 billion company,
No, but Luke,
I don't.
But tell me.
but I think maybe Warner Brothers head honcho number uno guy shouldn't be running everything. Bob Iger
Divisions.
does not take care of everything for for Disney.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige runs Marvel, and then you have Kathleen Kennedy who's been doing Star Wars, and then Bob Iger's like, yeah, that sounds good.
You guys are doing great.
That sounds good. Hey, James Gunn, you're fired. You're back. Sorry.
We saw the
JK.
internet didn't like that. Come on back. We like you again.
But, you know,
Just don't tweet weird things about kids.
We can still be friends, right?
I'll sign your checks. It's cool.
It's all good.
not everything has to run through the head honcho at the top. Like, trust your employees, trust your directors. That's all I ask for, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
Cigar
good.
is a dirty old man. I don't want to say that again. That's gross.
That's a bit
Sleaze
much.
bag.
Don't let the door hit you on the way. No, wait. Let the door hit you on the way. I don't know. Just get out.
Bye.
See ya.
So I'm going to hit 2 news stories here.
Do it.
There's 2 movies, speaking of DC, set to start filming this year.
Ooh.
It was reduced?
I was counting first news story.
Oh, I thought you were saying no, it's only 1.
Like, first news story is...
The Batman movie is set to start filming this year, according to Matt Reeves.
That's exciting news.
Said 2019, and then the rumor is the movie is going to take place in the 90s.
do you believe that?
The rumor?
Yeah.
Or the filming?
The 90s.
About the 90s. Filming thing I can totally believe. They've been working on that script for
Yeah, they've been working on it for a long time.
6 months.
The 90s
9
thing?
months?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither.
I think it's all just something to get people off the tail. I heard the Penguin was going to be heavily featured too, which I do believe that.
People have been saying it's going to be a flashback movie forever just because they think Ben Affleck is still Batman.
Yeah, no, he's not.
And
I could see it.
People are just continuing that rumor, and then somebody gets a hold of something that's a little bit different, and they run it as a new story every time. Let's just wait.
I could see it as being plausible because of those decade piece movies tend to be working well in terms of tone and style. People enjoy the nostalgia, and I think that's an interesting time to have a Batman in with that technology, like right before the internet's real big. Like, you can still, again, the whole joke of, like, in the 21st century, how do you not know who a superhero is? Like, you can still have that, like, mystique of who is Batman. It's definitely, like, and Bruce Wayne is this totally complete different person.
That's true.
I don't know.
I've already got my 90s Batman. The Tim Burton Batman is in 1989.
Yeah,
the rest are in the 90s.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just not, they're not my favorite. And I know that's going to be blasphemous for many people.
The Joel Schumacher ones. That's all I can think of when I hear a 90s Batman. It's like just neon everywhere.
You don't like neon Batman everywhere?
Actually,
Nope.
I wouldn't mind that style with a modern budget / CG team. I think it could be done well, as long as it's not like, you just can't make it campy.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't have to go super dark, but
I think a lot of what makes Batman cool, though, is that he does operate in the dark, and everything is dark. I think it makes it fun. But
I just want a good Batman movie. So if it's good and it's in the 90s, that's fine. But
yeah.
yeah,
Ultimately,
Same.
what we want is a good movie, right? The other one is the Flash movie is rumored to start filming in November. I'm going to guess without Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. And Ezra Miller is currently trying to write a script to stay on as Barry Allen.
So have you read like everything on this?
No.
So he disagrees with the writer-directors of the film who made Spider-Man Homecoming. WB's like, we want it to be fun and lighthearted, like you did with Spider-Man Homecoming, because that movie was really good. And Ezra Miller's like, no, I want it to be in tone with the original Snyderverse.
Oh.
That's why he's writing his own.
Is he going to make his own?
He's writing it with Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just let him do his little pet project and just cast the new Flash at this point.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's sorry, buddy, you're gone. Like
I like him as an actor, but that's such like a ugh.
It's a power move in his mind, but it's,
I don't know. He's not
dumb.
that. He's not.
He doesn't have that much clout.
Yeah,
Like-
that's the word I needed. He
Yeah.
doesn't have that much clout as a Hollywood individual yet.
To pull a move like that.
No, he can't
Yeah.
pull a move like that.
So, fun time. Right away, who do you cast as the Flash?
Ooh.
Emily Blunt is off the table. And is it Wally or Barry?
I don't care.
There's
Either one, just go with it. I would cast. I'll just throw out the first name that I thought of, I guess, which would be Garrett Hedlund.
Oh, that's interesting.
He was in Tron Legacy, and I think he was just in Triple Frontier. Was he in that with all them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I haven't watched it yet.
I'd love to see him play Oliver Queen personally, but he would probably be a good Barry Allen.
He's the only person that I can think of, but we'll see. I honestly don't care. Fan casting is too hard. Especially when you're not allowed to fan cast Emily Blunt. What's the point?
What is the point?
Who would you cast? I asked the question, so I don't have to answer.
I don't know.
Who would you cast, Tyler?
Dang it!
Are we still thinking like new Flash? He's younger, or could this be a more adult Flash? I mean,
I'm
fan
thinking-
casting doesn't really matter.
I'm
but
thinking he'll be younger, based on the writers
I don't know enough
and like the
younger actors.
Yeah, I imagine they're gonna go a younger route for.
Oh, probably,
the sake
especially
of
if
what they're good at.
it's
Mm-hmm.
comedy.
Also, just kind of like they're good directors.
Yeah.
Game Night was fantastic,
Absolutely.
and if, like I just said, trust your directors. That actor, I like. Ezra is a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
He is knowledgeable about the Flash when he, I guess sometimes when he's talking about him. But you know what? If he's never available to do it, and he's clashing with the people that are making it,
That are available to do it.
that are finally available to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we finally have directors that are on board. They love this type of stuff. Get out of here, please. Like, just move on. It's just a superhero. You get recasts all the time.
If they went older, Alan Richson. Because I think he would nail it because he's so goofy and he's also super fit and ready to roll right
Mhm.
now. I'd be okay with him leaving Titans to play Barry. Younger? Shoot, I don't know. Get back to me on that.
We'll get back to you next week.
Okay.
What
I
else
don't know.
What else is there?
Got some news stories for us?
Oh, update on Captain Marvel.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It has passed $760 million worldwide, which puts my estimations of $700 million to shame after only 2 weeks. So,
Yeah. Good try, Brett.
good try. Domestically, it's at $264 million. So it's
It's doing really good.
probably looking
It'll hit $1 billion.
It's looking like it'll hit $1 billion.
I mean, unless it just has an insane drop with us coming out, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, so
like I bet us is gonna be
it just depends on how well it continues to do overseas.
Yeah.
Domestically, it's doing fine. It's not going to hit $1 billion if it loses a lot of steam internationally and just continues doing well really domestically.
Weird. That's really surprising to me. That's not doing better domestically. Like okay, not that it's doing bad.
Not that it's doing bad
whatsoever, but like Wonder Woman made more domestically than overseas.
Right.
I think it made 480 or something. I mean, they're both female led, so
they're a different tone though.
That's true.
And I think that had Wonder Woman come out after something like Aquaman really got the international audience. Well, Black Panther, Infinity War, and then Aquaman all really did well with international audiences, whereas pretty much any superhero movie before that didn't. They just didn't do that well overseas. They did fine.
They're picking up steam.
But the Chinese box office is huge, and if you know how to market there, you can make a lot of money. So,
right.
Any other?
I've got some stuff.
Go for it.
I got a little bit.
So something that I'm really excited about, even though I have no idea what's happening with Disney Plus because I just need a price point. Anyway, they're developing a What If Marvel animated anthology series, which is probably my favorite announcement they've made so far. If you don't know what If is in Marvel, it's literally that. What if this happened? So it's like, what if Loki got Thor's hammer instead of Thor getting Thor's hammer? What if this character dies and so this character has to do this? What if the Punisher had the Venom symbiote? So it's just these really cool stories or different situations that are thrown into the Marvel universe. Normally with like somebody died.
Sounds like an Elseworld spin on the Marvel universe,
and
which is dope.
I love anthology series because it's just one and done, which is always really fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super pumped for that. Give me a price point, Disney.
$20 a month.
Oh, jeez.
When's the 23?
May.
That's where we'll get a proper announcement, price point,
and an episode 9 trailer.
And an episode 9 trailer, yeah, because
or poster.
Well, probably. My guess is we get a title and maybe a poster on Star Wars Day.
A voiceover with the logo coming out.
Yeah, and then we actually get a proper trailer at D23.
Yeah.
I got one more news story.
I've got a couple more, actually.
I'll hit mine now, then.
Okay.
The Mortal Kombat 11 beta starts next week, Wednesday the 27th, and ends Sunday the 31st. To get access, you'll need to pre-order. You also get Shao Kahn if you pre-order, so that's pretty neat. I pre-ordered it today on accident. So, well, I guess I pre-ordered the Division hard copy once upon a time. And they called me today and they're like, "Hey, you pre-ordered the Division," and I was like, "Oh, I bought it digitally. Can you just put that on Mortal Kombat?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure."
Happy accident.
Do you want your beta code? And I was like, "Yeah." So they gave me my beta code over the phone, and I was like writing it on a sticky note at
That's
work.
awesome.
That's great.
So yeah, I'll be in the beta. Come fight with me. You'll probably beat me though.
I definitely would.
You would not. Yeah, you would beat me. Just like you would beat me in
real life.
Well, I was gonna say paintball, but you know.
Oh. Well, real life
maybe
paintball.
Not. Anybody can get lucky in paintball.
Oh yes.
I'm just gonna shoot him straight.
So you're
up in the
saying
air.
there's a chance?
There's always a chance, man. If I lean left and you're shooting that way for whatever reason, it's on me, but I'm gonna get hit, right?
So I gotta play the spread.
You gonna see if you can do it this weekend?
Yeah. We do have that.
We do. That's why it opens at 9. We show up, we play for a few hours, and then we go home.
All right, let's do it.
Get ready. We're all bruised up when we go see Shazam and happy.
What? Okay, I got a couple more stories
Spoiler,
here.
we're seeing Shazam early.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's another news story. We're seeing Shazam Saturday. If you're Shazam.
All right, I got a couple more news stories here. Forgot to mention this when we were talking about Batman.
Yes.
Ray Fiennes said he wants to be the live-action Alfred. So
That's
if Jeremy
Voldemort.
Irons isn't back, please get him because he's a fantastic
He's
actor.
really good.
And also, he's the voice of Alfred in Lego Batman.
Yep.
Which would just be awesome.
That would be
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
shared universe confirmed.
Yes.
I still.
Will Arnett's the new Batman.
Oh, jeez.
I would love if
Will
they
Arnett
just.
is older Flash. No.
Oh my god.
I would love if they just did what they're doing with Suicide Squad, which is like
It's a total
keep Jeremy Irons, but it's a total reboot.
Yeah.
Like give Jeremy Irons a chance. To do
J.K.
something
Simmons
great
is
with
like,
that role.
I'm just waiting for my call.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Like you can do amazing things with those actors.
For
You just
sure
have to
keep J.K.
give them the right
Simmons.
script.
J.K. Simmons was all in on being Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, is going to be the first Asian-led Marvel film.
Will he be
That's
in the
right.
Avengers at some point?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
But it got a director. It's going to be Destin Daniel Cretton.
What has he done?
He did Short Term 12 with Brie Larson. That's the only thing I remember that he's done.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Does it-
I think it was critically received well. I don't know about audience-wise because, I mean, I heard about it like 4 days ago. So, and then, let's see. Oh, I mentioned, yeah, Netflix is doing more interactive films. I say, okay. The last one you did was crap, but keep trying if you want to.
I actually have somebody for this, so let's do that one too.
Okay, this last one, jeez, I don't know what the heck is happening in our world today, but people suck.
People are suck.
Yes.
Over the past couple years now, everybody's been talking about, and none of this is like been proven yet. We should say this isn't fact. People have been bashing Johnny Depp for abuse on Amber Heard. And now, apparently, it's not the case.
Flipped.
Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation, saying that he was abused by her and that she said it was him just to gain advance in career and get roles and get money, which is super crappy if true.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have like 87 security videos. There's pictures of him with bruises and a sliced finger.
Dude, have you seen that picture?
It's disgusting.
His finger was like blown off. It looked like the end of it got blown off.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
It's not good.
they're going to court. We'll find out what happens eventually, I'm sure. But we'll just say it's not really looking good
No.
for one of them.
Yeah.
So, I guess, honestly, the situation kind of reminds me of James Gunn. Obviously, his situation was just verbal, and it was 12 years ago on Twitter. But just kind of like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Do you cut the ties now? Do you just recast and be like, all right, Aquaman 2, we're getting this person. Should you wait till, innocent till proven guilty? That's
Yeah.
our system. What do you guys think?
I say recast her. Get the negative press out while you have the positive.
Too much bad PR with her just
Yeah.
even attached?
You have the positive buzz right now surrounding your universe. I think the safe bet is to recast.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you eat it if it's proven that she is innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to be prepared for that. In my mind, that's how I think it should be handled. But
You know what I kind of think of, actually? I think of, I'm going to go sports here, Kareem Hunt. It was known, that he had assaulted a woman in Cincinnati?
it was in Ohio.
In Ohio, and that there was video evidence, and people were hiding the video. The Chiefs had not let go of Kareem Hunt yet.
No, they played him the whole year.
Yep, and then once the video came out, boom, he was gone. And they said we had been looking for this video. And the Chiefs got a lot of praise for doing that. They're not going to deal with that type of thing. They're kind of going through it again.
Yeah.
Freaking Chiefs, man. What are they? Chiefs players, I guess. But
Dude, that's bad. The Tyreek thing is real bad.
But I guess, like, do you wait until, like, the court system is watch these videos and be like, yeah, this is messed up?
Yeah,
The problem
that's
is
probably actually the safest.
the problem is
I should say also
the
Aquaman 2 doesn't come out for 4 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Or 3.
3.
You probably have time to let it sit for a while and say we're waiting to hear.
Waiting to find more.
Because they have a decently long, schedule. You don't want to start shooting.
Yes.
Before you
you got to make a decision before you shoot.
If you're willing to, if you're gonna shoot, unless it comes out in the first week of shooting, and even then, that's gonna delay your. Yeah, it's tough.
And it's crazy. I just think it's weird because the two biggest franchises for WB
involve those
Harry
two people.
Potter and DC have these two people involved with it. In my opinion, I think they should definitely wait. Because you don't want to jump the gun.
Right.
Disney jumped so fast on firing James Gunn that they got so much hate for it.
Yeah.
While it still wasn't a wrong decision. He said those things.
Yeah.
But still, he had apologized for it, and that's where the difference is.
Right. This was an act. If this is true, this is actually.
This is a lot worse.
This is a lot worse because it's her trying. It would be her trying to cover up and flip the blame on someone else, blame a potentially more innocent party in terms of.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of the situation.
Yeah,
so
we
I'm
know pretty much nothing. So
not going to attempt to comment on the
speculating on rumors and craziness.
Yeah,
innocence of either party, but
it seems like Warner Brothers is set to wait though. They haven't jumped
which is
yet.
good. Should they make a statement? Be like, we're gonna wait this out, or you think they should just be like,
just
wait,
sit back and wait?
My guess with today's news, they've got a whole other thing that they're
they're more worried about.
That's true.
And honestly, it's probably eclipsed that story in terms of news cycle.
Yeah,
they're not gonna get.
Very true.
No one's gonna be talking about that for a while.
Yep.
So they can afford to be like. Yeah, we're biding our time. We're very actively looking at it, and we're looking at all the evidence, and we want to make an informed decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, it's awkward going forward. Anyway, the other thing I've written down is because we are nerds and we love fan casting, even though it's hard. Who would you fan cast, Tyler?
Seriously, this is not a joke. I'm not kidding. Emily Blunt.
That
is seriously, I think the perfect pick.
She's always the perfect.
She would
pick.
absolutely crush it, and I think they're gonna give her so much more to do. In Aquaman 2.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get somebody who can hold it down. She would be able to do that.
Well, I'm never opposed to an Emily Blunt role.
I was excited when that news broke because I knew that the recast question was going to come up. not like that.
Wow!
Just like the recasting question. I was like, man, Emily Blunt would crush that role.
Mm. I don't. Yeah, Emily Blunt.
Who do you got? Who you recasting?
If you even have one, you don't have to answer. Dude, fan casting is hard.
It is hard. I say Oscar Isaac.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp is Mara.
But Kate
That's
Beckinsale.
what Dana said at dinner, isn't it?
I keep seeing those
Or is that
ads
you-
for.
I'm always down for for the Widow.
For the Widow.
Oh, man.
I got that in my watch list on Amazon. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten around to it yet.
She's got the physical ability to do that kind of intense
She's good,
work.
too.
She's a good actress.
I'd be down for either one of those.
Yeah. I like Kate Beckinsale.
Me too.
Karen Gillian.
Um,
She could be in a superhero movie with hair.
And not 20,000 pounds of makeup.
Yeah.
I think they should just cast Jason Momoa to do it.
Ooh. That would work.
He could play both parts. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amelia Clark. Be the reunion of Game of Thrones.
Let's not and say we did.
They would have so much fun.
Let's do it and say we didn't.
I would not have fun with that.
Anyway, that's all the news I have, I think.
Let's move to what we need to move to. We've been going for a while.
You mean
It was a crazy news week.
The Division 2? Dun, dun,
The
dun.
Division
I don't know
2.
what's the theme music like.
It's the same, but there's like electric guitar. Let's go with that.
That sounds right.
About that.
Okay.
Ooh, Lauren Cohen could do it. Sorry.
We're
The
still
Division
fan casting.
2.
Lucy Boynton.
Who's played it here? Not me, so I'm going to be really quiet. I'll ask questions.
Okay, so ask a question.
Initial impressions. Tyler.
I'll let Luke go.
Let Luke go first.
All right, everybody. Opinions are subjective. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually don't like this game.
You really enjoy Division 1, right?
I know. And I don't get it. Like, I should definitely like this game, but I go into it, and it just doesn't feel good to me. Running around, I see bad guys, and I shoot at them, and I feel like nothing's working for me. I have frame rate issues that have been driving me crazy. But when I'm shooting people, which is the point of the game, the shooter, I feel left-handed. Like, I feel like I'm using my left hand, trying to throw.
Oh, well, now, don't be hating on left-handed people.
Well, if you're left-handed, I feel like I'm using right hand.
No.
Oh.
I feel like I'm using my undominant hand, and it's always awkward. I will shoot at people and
Just trying to make a joke out of a sad situation.
For a second, I thought you were left-handed. I was like, that's awesome.
No.
Sorry.
But yeah, sorry everybody, I don't like it. So
Interesting. Tyler.
I wrote mine down. I said quite the opposite.
Ooh.
I think it's a huge improvement upon the first. DC is great, the new skills are fun to use, and the improved armor system is a welcome change for both the player and the enemies. Excited to see what the end game has for me. Definitely a review in progress. I'm not in the end game of it yet. Not in the end game yet.
Can I just say I was very confused because you were talking about DC Comics and Avengers Endgame in your video game review
Ooh,
of
man.
a Ubisoft title.
I could see how you'd get confused there.
I'm super lost.
I'm
but,
really
you know,
sorry. Doctor Strange showed up and was like, "We got to blend these universes, man. It's the
This
only way
game
we're
is
gonna beat
crazy."
Thanos."
We've got multiverse.
The orange light on the Division watch is actually an Infinity Stone.
That's the Soul Stone.
There you go.
The purpose.
Yep, that's why you're there.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit more about why you like, improvement-wise in the early. You say you talked about how you're not in the end game.
Yeah.
You're still playing the. Are you in the camp? I assume that means
Yes.
you're still in the campaign.
Yeah, I am.
What kind of improvements have they made in terms of combat to make that more fun?
In terms of combat, the first thing, the biggest change I think they made is the armor system. So in the first game, you had a health bar, and I know prior to the episode, Luke was talking about sponginess. In the first game, you just felt like you yourself felt like a bullet sponge. Like I felt like I could take so many shots with no real understanding of what was going on. Whereas now you have an armor bar as well as a health bar. Once your armor bar goes, you die like instantly. Like there's no hope. But I think it's a good addition to the game because I also think it helps with the enemies feeling less like bullet sponges because you can break armor pieces now. So like if you're fighting a big boss, a yellow boss is what I always call them, the yellow guys, and they're like loaded up on armor. If you break an armor piece on their arm and then you shoot their arm, it takes their health down. So rather than just people being giant bullet sponges with a white armor bar and no real justification,
It gives them like crit spots.
There's crit spots and
right.
stuff. So I think that's a huge improvement to the game from a combat standpoint. Something else I really like that they didn't do in the first one until you were level capped or later in the game is they added set bonuses for early armor.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's types of armor. Like every armor or every piece of armor has a I don't want to call it armor. That's a bad word. Piece
Gear.
of loot, gear, yeah, has a type. Like there's like a mountain one, and then there's just a bunch of different like brands, and they all have different set bonuses. So like the more pieces of that style of gear you wear, the bigger your set bonus will be.
Okay.
In the first one, that wasn't really a thing until late, like 27 through 30 range, and on. Whereas now it's there from the beginning, so it allows you to kind of spec and build your character where you want him to be.
Nice.
Which I think is really cool. And
I didn't. I still feel like it's spongy as crap. I shoot people. I put full clips into people, and they're still alive.
Yeah.
And I just find it frustrating.
One of the barriers to entry on some of those games that lean more into that RPG-ness and combos or what you were talking about with like
crit spots.
No, like stacking perks and
gear sets
is that if I'm not familiar enough with the universe, it can be really overwhelming if they throw too much of that in the early game. I felt a little bit that way with Anthem and its weapon perks.
I didn't play enough of Anthem to see theirs.
And I'll use the game that I play the most in this genre, which is Destiny, doesn't really introduce those things until you're pretty healthily through the campaign. So I'm curious. I was gonna ask Luke if he felt overwhelmed by the amount of, if that was part of it or
probably.
No. Like for me, I get concerned about, okay, should I be like how much effort, especially in the early game, should I be putting into thinking about
set bonuses
and stuff like that if I'm just going to get better armor down the road? Now, I don't know how well do you feel that's implemented in the early game?
I think it's simple enough early on that it's not a huge thing. Like, you pull up your armor piece, it shows you 1 piece of gear, you get this bonus. 2 pieces, you get this bonus. 3 pieces, you get this bonus. That's
so visually, it's very apparent.
It's very obvious. And then, like, right around your level, like where it says your level on the left side of the screen, it has like a circle. And if it's all red, it means you're putting more of your speccing into like health.
Yeah.
If it's all blue, it's more armor.
Yeah.
Or defense or health. Health is blue, sorry. Red is, I think, defense. And yellow is skill, which is your bumpers.
Yeah.
So I think visually they try to help kind of hold your hand in that regard. But they also, like, worrying about getting better armor pieces. You can respec your armor later in the game. Like when you hit level 30, if you have an armor piece that you got at level 4, let's say that was an exotic. Like, I got a superior armor piece like 20 minutes into playing.
Oh, wow.
And I still have it on, and it's like level 2.
Yeah.
But when I hit level 30 or whatever, I can just re-roll it, and it'll be relevant to the level I'm at.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like it makes like you said, you feel like you would have to worry about that. It kind of eliminates that worry, at least for me. Because I know that I can just respec it.
Yeah.
So I may get a blue or a rare item that's better than my superior item right now, but I know later I'll be able to use that superior armor piece again.
I feel like the only thing I ever got from anybody was knee pads.
Knee pads were the last thing I got for blue items. And then
knee pads are important for sliding?
Actually, that's not true. I got
protect
my
those knees.
first superior was knee pads, so that was the first thing I got.
Ooh.
The hardest thing to get is gloves. From what I've seen, I can never find gloves, and it pisses me off so much.
I just remember I kept getting knee pads, and I was just deconstructing all of them.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I don't want to go. If you guys want to talk about your knee pads versus
knee pad glove
ratios. I mean, we can do that math. There's a lot of math in these games.
Yeah.
But in terms of shared world, kind of the genre of shared world shooter, how does the world feel? Do you see other agents outside of the dark zones? What are the dark zones like? Have you even been in a dark zone yet?
I played the dark zone actually before this.
You only see them if you go into the dark zone or a hub.
Yeah, or a hub.
Okay, so what are the hubs like? Those are like the safe zones,
safe houses of operations,
like okay,
and settlements.
So very similar to Division 2 still, or Division 1.
Yeah.
Where, unlike in Anthem, where it's like
just the fort,
and then
or the launch bay.
Well, no, I mean it'll still auto put you with people out in the world.
Yeah.
Or in Destiny, where you will just cross paths with random people. This is still very much your story.
Yeah.
And you get to choose when you interact with people.
Yeah, and something they've added, and I don't know in the time that you played if you noticed, but it'll say agent calling for backup.
Yep.
And it'll pop up a notification for somebody looking for somebody to help them. And it'll say free roam or mission, and it'll tell you the title of the mission or side missions, or you can kind of set your focus. It's kind of like LFG within the game.
That's cool.
There's also matchmaking stations at every safe house and base. So like if you're playing by yourself and you feel like you need a partner, you can just go to a matchmaking station, queue up, and it'll give you somebody.
Nice. Okay.
So they have a way of making it a shared world, but it's also very much your own game, and you can play it solo.
It's very much an opt-in to the shared world aspect of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, and that I think that's cool. Just giving you the ability to play by yourself, because I know, like for me personally, I do like to play games by myself from time to time. I like to not wear a headset, turn up my sound bar, and just enjoy the game.
Yep.
So like I like having the ability to say, sure, I'll play with people, or no, I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay by myself this go round.
Yeah.
But it's there.
What was the you mentioned you just played the Dark Zone before you?
Yeah, so they changed the way you unlock Dark Zones now. You have to do a mission in there first. So the first time you go in, there's nobody in there. You have to scout the Dark Zone and upload the map to the SHD, the Shade computer system.
The Shield computer system?
The Shield, yeah. But no, I went in the Dark Zone, and this is kind of an issue for me so far.
Yeah.
I didn't see any other agents while I was in there. Now, granted, I didn't wander too far from the door because I knew I needed to leave to go meet Luke for dinner. And I didn't want to get really good loot and then get killed and then be like, no, I got to go get my loot back. I'm going to go kill this guy. But I did notice that they normalize stats in the Dark Zone now, unless you're in an occupied Dark Zone, which that's an in-game thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I had heard something about that.
But the standard Dark Zones that I've been in, it's normalized now. So it's like PvP where it's even, right? So like in Destiny, the only time stats aren't normalized is in competitive or Iron Banner.
Right.
That's how it is now in the Dark Zone. So like you don't get griefed all the time by people, which I think is cool. They put turrets up so like people can't camp right outside the entrance and just kill you the minute you walk out there. Like it gives you a chance to kind of set yourself up, which I think is also really nice. But people are still going to find a way to grief because that's what happens in these kind of games.
But it shows a commitment from the developer that even if you start playing our game 6 months later, we want you to have a good experience, which is encouraging for someone like me who definitely doesn't have time right now to play The Division and would love to hop into it during that summer drought.
Yeah. The other really cool thing I noticed about the Dark Zone today, there is now a progression tree up to level 50. Ooh. So like when you hit level 2, it gives you like a perk and you activate it and then it's locked.
Yeah.
So then you hit level 5 and you get another one and there's 3 skills that you can choose from and you pick one. And then you go down and then in the bottom of the screen it says respec. So I think when you hit level 50 you can respec and do whatever you want to. So like right now my Dark Zone build is towards clearing landmarks and taking out NPC characters, like killing the AI characters. Like, I'm not going in there to go rogue. That's not my thing. I hate being griefed in games. I don't like griefing people in games. So
good man.
Yeah, well, it ruins it for people. Like, it's not fun to just continuously be killed when you're trying to experience a part of the game that they so heavily push. Like, I just think it's unfair. I'd rather help people that are getting griefed and go kill the rogue people.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Dark Zone is definitely a step forward from the Division 1. It's still so early, but I also don't like that I didn't see anyone. And it may just be that nobody's in that specific Dark Zone. Like maybe that Dark Zone sucks. I don't know. I haven't spent enough time with the game, being that I was out of town.
Right.
And I only played it like 2 hours a night last week, so there's still a lot for me to dive into. But you had mentioned they're making a conscious effort to welcome newer players and stuff. Something I wrote down as a pro when I was writing my notes was their transparency as developers.
Yeah.
They're very active on social media. They're very like forthcoming with everything they're doing. I saw a tweet today from, I think his name's Julian Garrity, their community guy. And Skill Up is a YouTuber who does a lot of reviews, and he's doing the Division 2 right now. And he was talking about what's broken, and he was talking about one of the skills, and somebody was like, oh, I haven't had any problems. And he's like, go try this. And Julian Garrity saw it and was like, or don't try that because it is broken and we don't want you to see it. Like, so they're very active and they know that what needs to be fixed. They fixed the skills this afternoon in a 15-minute downtime, which I think is really quick.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
They've updated their servers like almost every day, trying to improve things. So they're working on it.
Cool. But any other pros and cons you want to share?
I have...
Pro, the soundtrack. It's freaking good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's incredible.
I'm not playing the game anymore, but I'm still listening to the soundtrack because it's really good.
I've probably listened through it about 10 times now.
Yeah, I think the soundtrack's better in the first game.
It's good.
In fact,
at first I didn't.
I think the Rock's kind of vibe they brought into the second one fits a lot better into the game.
Yeah, because it's like summer and it's a little more flowy. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, the soundtrack's fantastic.
Also,
and then I saw you wrote setting.
The setting, DC, is awesome.
The first thing I wrote was Washington, D.C. I'll show you guys after this, but there is a picture I took. I think I sent it to you in the Air and Space Museum, which is my favorite museum. You
did show me that.
Yeah. So I went in and I stopped in front of this turbine because it's like right when you walk in the Air and Space, you turn right, go around the corner. There's an airplane turbine.
I've got a picture in front of it.
I have a picture in front of it, and I took a picture of my division guy in front of it, and then I sent a picture of me and my family in front of it, and it's literally in the exact same spot. And
That's awesome.
It's so cool. I kind of got a little choked up at one point. I was doing a mission in the American History Museum, and there's a train exhibit in the American History. Have you ever been to the American History Museum?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, there's a train in this area, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, my parents took me there when I was a kid. And like seeing that kind of stuff in games, like I took a picture of it and I sent it to my mom. And I was like, do you remember this? And she was like, is that the American History Museum? I was like, yeah, but it's in a video game. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm so glad you remember that stuff. And it was just kind of cool being that I grew up there to see some things like that.
When we were there, we went to Air and Space.
Air and Space is the
obviously
best museum in DC.
And then we went to Natural History and the Holocaust Museum.
That is hard to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's very good museum and memorial, but geez Louise.
It's tough.
Bring some Kleenexes.
It's a that's a heavy thing for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll go through my stuff first so we can end highly.
I have some bugs too.
Okay.
Or bugs. Cons.
I guess my first con, I wrote down 2 different cons, but it's the same thing. The customization, I did not think it was good.
I literally wrote limited customer character creation.
Yeah, like the faces
were bad.
Don't look good, and the hair looks bad.
The hair is terrible.
Like the character I created, I did as much as I could with her.
Yeah.
She looks weird as crap. She's got this like weird chin. Couldn't fix it. And eventually I was just like, whatever. I'm going to be walking her from behind the whole time anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. And then the tattoos they like let you pick from. It's just like, okay.
I don't even know what my sleeve tattoo is.
Mine's like a bunch of
totally
knights.
honest.
And then I have like a dragon on my neck. And I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of cool. But there's like 10 maybe less options. And it's like, okay.
There's not a lot with the tattoos.
The most extensive part of the character customization is the eye color.
I was going to say your eyes.
You know what I never look at in a video game? My eye color.
I think the other part is your face, where you can mess with your eyebrows and your eye width.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it look. I wanted to look normal.
My character looks pretty normal.
I should have just started over. Whatever. But also another one for me is the lighting in the game is rough.
That's my character.
Not too bad.
There's some parts.
I think he looks normal.
Yeah, you definitely did better than I did.
Something that's really stupid. Sorry, while we're talking about creation, before you move on. There's only 2 builds of body. Muscular male, muscular female.
Yeah.
Nothing else. You can't be like super skinny. You can't be fat. You can't be dad bod. You can't do anything like that.
Great on the diversity.
Yeah, they really didn't give you much to play with there, which I thought was kind of dumb. But I mean, that's a lot of games too. It happens.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine some like dad bod guy being like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go kill everyone."
These are division agents, right?
Yeah,
like
they're
maybe
like,
they have like a physical.
They're like superheroes.
Requirement that they're supposed to meet.
That's
but
true.
like for me, like in the first game, I made a soccer mom. I'm super proud of my Division 1 character with the just complete lack of character creation. I got a whole backstory for my character. I was trying to make the same character. I cannot age them, I think, above 22. In the first division, my character looks 35.
Yeah, you could make In the first one, I feel like you could make him look even older.
There's like blemishes and stuff in this one, but there's not much in the way of doing it. I mean, my character, the facial hair sucked too. I really went for it. I was trying to do like a beard or something.
I was going to say, maybe this is why Destiny hasn't ever implemented facial hair, because no one can get it right.
Got the helmet and then beard.
Yeah. Just tuck it up in there somehow.
No, I definitely agree with that being a con, though. Character creation, it's not good.
Yeah, and the other one of the other ones for me was the lighting. There's some places like you go into a building and you just can't see anything.
So I usually play with the lights on. I had to turn the lights off to play this game because there's moments where it's so dark that I literally could not. And I have my brightness turned up pretty high.
Me too.
I always turn brightness up on games.
Yeah,
naturally, I always do it. And I was like, man, I really cannot see with the light on.
It's always like, make it so you can barely see the symbols, like all the way up. Yeah, I can see that symbol. Great.
I will say though, since the one time it's happened, I haven't had any other issues with it.
Maybe they fixed it.
Yeah, it may have been one of their updates.
Like I was in this building fighting, God, I don't know, it was people everywhere. But then all of a sudden, I was just getting smacked with a baseball bat from behind, and they killed me. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like there was nothing around me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see them standing right next to me.
Did you play long enough to end up in a storm?
Nope.
Storms are so hard to see in, but it's really cool because it affects the AI of visibility too.
That's
so
cool.
Like they have a hard time seeing you, so you can kind of sneak up on them a little bit, which I think is awesome.
That's something I actually, in just Division 2 and 1, the absolute lack of stealth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, there's these two guys. They're not even close to each other. I'm gonna snipe that one and then snipe that one. Tink. Oh, there he is right there. And then there's 40 of them. It's like,
Yeah, there's no being subtle.
And then the major one for me, well, I have two more cons, and then I'll let you.
That's fine.
Keep going. Just the gameplay and the movement. It doesn't work for me for some reason. I play it and I get frustrated when I'm shooting at people. I'm hitting them, and it's like 10 damage, and I'm just unloading into this person, and just nothing is happening. I was using a mounted machine gun on a guy, just nothing, not dead. I had to get off the machine gun because I was taking so much damage. But then, like, at the same time, I'm backed up with a what are they called? Just a rifle. And I put the reticle on the dude, right on his dome piece. It's red. It's like, all right, even with bullet drop, I should hit this guy. Thunk. Nothing. And it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it me? Is it the game? What's happening? I couldn't figure out what was going on. The tweet for me for this game would be extremely bummed, let down, and frustrated. I went back into the Division 1 to make sure I wasn't crazy, and that game felt great to me. I line up headshots and I just go pink, pink, pop, pop, pop. Pull out my Mom 60, brrrt, get them. That's the name of my M60, by the way, the Mom 60.
So the only thing I can think of for that problem, and it's something that they didn't really stick with in the Division 1, it was there, but it wasn't really a thing, is guns now have accuracy ratings. And if the accuracy rating is low, it makes hitting people very difficult.
Well, that's ridiculous.
And with how early on in the game you are, I'm not totally shocked.
But like even like at points where like I tested it out with a rifle from really far away.
Yeah,
there's points where I'm like maybe 5 or 10 feet away and I'm just not getting any damage points.
Yeah, I almost wonder if you're like I talked to you about the server connection thing.
Yeah.
Because I had that one day and I felt that way. Like I was like, man, I'm having a hard time shooting people right now. So I wonder if maybe that's the case. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it, but I wonder if maybe your connection was bad that day, or
because that kind of it even goes into my last thing, which is my frame rate is horrible.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
I'm watching a stop motion video game.
See, and that's strange.
And it was the worst on Saturday when I was playing. So it's been out for a couple of days now. There's been patches and all these things to fix little things, and it's just like going around. and then I'm dead. It's like, I'm like legit I rage quitted and I stopped and I was like, I'm watching Love, Death, and Robots. Like, I can't take this right now.
Heart can't handle it.
I've had one moment of frame rate drop, and it was I was walking into a building. And so
mine has always been
weird.
Mine's been in fights.
Yeah, I have no issues in that.
I don't understand what is happening to me in this game. I think Ubisoft just hates me because I didn't get New Dawn or something.
I didn't get it either. Maybe it's because I've always like pimped the Division out.
That's true. Man, but this is
You do rep it pretty hard.
I love it, man. I love it.
I'm just
It's
so
okay.
sad.
Now we can each have a different shared world shooter game that we love.
Yeah, but that sucks because none of us play together.
Yeah.
Also, nobody plays the one I like. That's not true.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people playing, just not as much, because it gets a bunch of. It got a bad rap at the beginning, but it's actually
You
a
gotta
lot
find
better.
yourself an online community, man.
Nah, I'll just play solo. It's what I did with D1 and
Just carry me.
D1.
Just carry me through. I'll play with you.
Deal.
I might one day. You never know. It's
Jump-
downloaded. I'm not gonna uninstall it.
Jump back in
I was
when
gonna
Act
say,
1
just wait
comes
till
out.
there's new content and get back in. Maybe things will feel better.
You
by
know
then.
how
Maybe.
in that last mission of Division 1, how you carried me through that, so I
Yeah.
just shoot the copter. I got your back, bro.
You'll take care of ads and let me shoot.
I'm on
boss. All right.
I'll either get in my Storm or my Interceptor, and I'll just rain down fire on people.
That might have
Or
been,
Venom.
That was one of my most fun moments ever, though, was taking you through that last mission.
And it's just me screaming while shooting the helicopter.
I went to the last mission with Luke in the Division 1, and I took out all the ads while Luke focused solely on the boss. And it was so much fun
It took
for
like
me.
15 minutes for me to shoot down that helicopter.
I didn't shoot the helicopter one time. I literally just let him do it himself.
I went full Rambo.
It was awesome.
Full Rambo.
The only other pro I would mention, the AI is improved. They actually have like plans, which is weird. Like there's guys who lay down and they set up like armored guns in front of them so you can't shoot like their heads. It's dope. I was like, oh, it messes with me. It messed with me the first couple times because like that didn't happen in the Division 1.
Right.
So I'd be like, where am I getting shot from? And there'd be a dude laying down like next to a bunker, just unloading on me. I'm like, what? They lay down now? So now I throw grenades at people. It actually makes me use my grenades, which I never did in the first Division. But yeah, I think they're a lot better. I think the game's a lot better. I can't speak to what's going on for Luke. I really hope
It's a fluke.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's a Luke.
In more meanings than one. But no, I have really
an F Luke.
I've really enjoyed it so far, and I cannot wait to dive in.
I wish I did. I've tried so many times now, and it's every time I rage quit because I get so frustrated. Hopefully they can refund me so I can get another game that I wanted, because I didn't get a bunch of other games because of this one.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, we'll see. Are
We
we
will see.
done with Division?
I'm done.
Well, let us, for
Unless
our
Tyler's
listeners
not
and
done.
viewers,
Okay.
let us know what you're thinking of the
It's a
Division
little
if you're
bit
playing it. Has Tyler convinced you to buy it? Has Luke convinced you to stay away?
Here's my thing. I'm not here to convince you to buy it. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. I love the game.
If I was to give this a rating, I would say I have no idea because I feel like it's just going against me.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to give it a rating.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to give it ratings. It's
I'll
fine.
give a rating when I
when you feel
play
like
more
you're
of it.
ready.
when I'm 100 hours in and level capped and all that stuff.
Sounds good.
My
Well,
rating
let's-
is, what the heck is going on? Is it me? No.
Let's do that.
It's not you,
Let's
it's
do that
me.
fan box. We have one question from Twitter today.
It's a freaking hard question too.
It is a very hard question. From EXM, that's Eric. What is a movie that you like
Have you seen
that you
this?
would never watch more than once?
Mhm.
Okay.
A semi-recent one for me, Eric, is Silence. So what's a movie you like?
Did you guys get your answers, or do you need me to go so you can think something?
No, I have an I have
Okay.
an answer.
Mine was easy. Mine is Manchester by the Sea.
Ooh,
That was a good movie.
that's a great answer.
Never gonna watch it again. It's
Yeah.
too sad and it's depressing. It's incredibly performed, incredibly written. But gosh, it's just a sad movie. I'm glad I watched it. But I don't need to see it again. So that, yeah, Manchester by the Sea.
What is yours?
I forgot the name for a second. I had to look it up. The Revenant. I like that movie. I don't have really any desire to watch it again.
Man, now I want to watch The Revenant.
I've watched that movie like 4 times.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I like that movie a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
I
like it a lot.
I don't like my answer.
Well,
I have one.
Uncle
Yeah.
Drew.
No.
Venom.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. That movie is tough.
that's rough.
I've seen that movie a couple of times.
I've seen it once.
I think I've only seen it once.
I've watched it once, and I go through stints where like I want to watch it again, but I'm just like, man, I don't know if I can take it right now.
That movie, yeah, it's really, 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 really hard to watch. And it does not hold back whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's like the whole time when I saw the question today, I was like, man, I don't want to say my first answer, but it is. I mean, it's
No, I think that's
the one, man. It just, I don't know if I want to watch it again.
I do like to watch that movie. Not like, oh yeah, I'm watching Passion of the Christ tonight.
But it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And that, like, I'm sure I will watch it again. But if I had to choose a movie that I wouldn't.
Movie night, want to come here and watch Passion of the Christ?
Yeah.
I'll make popcorn.
not a popcorn movie. Okay. Tyler, do you have any questions? I said you'd
man.
make one up.
Yeah, my question is this. Who's wearing the GoPro first on Saturday?
Me.
Luke.
Yes.
Man, I have a hair in my mouth.
You're
No,
gross.
I don't really have a question.
Okay, that's fine.
I just can't wait to play paintball with you guys.
What is your fourth favorite color? That's my
Orange.
question. Okay. What about you, Brett?
Ooh,
That's easy. For
green.
me.
Probably go with a soft yellow.
Yeah.
Canary yellow.
Sure.
Yep. Mine goes blue, green, red, orange.
Blue, red, black, green.
Blue, green, red, soft yellow.
But black isn't a color.
Soft yellow.
Sorry, I'm not gonna be that guy. Sorry.
Hey, remember you're talking to a guy who literally took 2 semesters of color theory. You don't want to have this debate with me.
I don't, but I know people always make that argument when somebody chooses black as a favorite color.
Black,
Fine.
gray, white,
Space
and
gray.
black, gray, white, and chrome.
It's a good palette.
yeah. Okay.
Shiny and chrome. I'll see you in Valhalla.
A little bit of exciting news. We teased last week we would talk about what we're doing here in a couple weekends. Tyler and I
Yeah.
are going to the mall.
No, that is not the exciting news. We are
guess.
going to. Say it, Brett.
Oh, Planet Comic Con. I feel like I was caught off guard. I apologize.
It's okay. Yeah, we're going to Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, March 29th through the 31st. I don't know if we'll go all 3 days or not yet.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll
I have
see.
a flag football game on the 31st.
Should I do?
Oh, then probably not. We'll probably
Should I
just
do,
go the first 2 days.
Should I do my announcement too?
No. No one cares about your announcement. No, actually, I'm really curious.
We should probably.
What is it?
I'm gonna be gone for the in-game review.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a different country, so that's not. I'm gonna miss the movie and the review.
I'm going to spoil it.
Well, I'm gonna murder you. So.
You heard it here first.
Want to play that game
I didn't hear anything.
on record? No. It's
So we will miss Luke for that.
Yep.
However, because we are going to Planet Comic Con that Friday, Saturday, we'll be doing some interviews and, making some vlogs. And we'll be doing some special content that will kind of be in place of our regular podcast that week. Audio listeners, you'll still get your, weekly thing. If here on YouTube we won't have a live show, but hopefully we'll have some video content that either come up that day or it might come up earlier. It might come up on Sunday depending on how busy I am and how fast I get things uploaded. So,
we are excited though.
Is that 2 weeks away?
That is 2 weekends from now.
So you get us live for one more week before that happens at least.
Yep. So we have seen Shazam early. You guys going to Planet Comic-Con?
Yep.
I feel like there was another thing that was really cool.
We're playing paintball this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's it. No. It's the thing that's not cool, which is me going to be gone. I just have, I love Avengers and DC and stuff, but there's more important things, so.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
I'll miss you guys.
We'll miss you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, somebody's got to do the intro.
Make Dana do it.
We're gonna make Tyler do it next time. You got this.
You should all do it at the exact same time.
Oh, that would be entertaining.
I'll just be like, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Just like look off into the corner like, oh yeah, no, we're going. Mm-hmm.
We also will have some, hopefully we'll still be, we'll have some reviews coming out. I mean, we got Us, I think, next week.
That's
Is that already next week?
It comes out this weekend, but our review
Right. So our review will be next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I imagine we'll put out a spoiler quick review of Shazam. Will we do that, or will we just wait for our episode?
No, we'll have a separate video for that.
Okay.
Okay. Quick thing. I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Division 2.
Uh-oh.
I made a clan for us. If
Yes.
you play the Division 2 and you want to join our clan, it is What the Fanboy. The clan tag for it is WFB. So hop in there with us, game with us a little bit.
Could you not get WTF?
Nope.
Is it only limited to 3 letters?
Yeah. I know. I was kind
Who
of
do they
upset.
think they are?
Everybody else does 4 letters.
They should have went to 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Should have just went to 10 and just make us write the whole name. But no, yeah. Be sure and join that. We'll play with you guys. Well, I'll play with you guys since neither of these guys are playing it.
Well, unless I can't get a refund, maybe I'll just have to play it. Get my money's worth.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd love to help you guys go through DC and kill some bosses and do some strongholds together and the 8-player raids at some point. And I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I want to take you guys through the strongholds in Anthem.
I've done one of them.
Yes. Yeah,
one
we
in the
need to
demo?
do that.
Mhm.
The Scar, it's not the Heart of Rage one, which is the last mission, and it's not the one from the demo. It's so long. Unfortunately, my internet went out when I was trying to do that. That was back at the old place, though. I have much better internet now. Did I ever tell people that I moved?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
My internet's a lot better, so I can do a lot cooler things now.
Tyler's
I should
falling
test out Call of
asleep.
Duty.
So we should wrap this up.
So you're playing Destiny tonight. You're playing Division tonight. I'm probably gonna play Anthem tonight, and we're still friends.
Yep. And we're not hating on each other, except for Brett.
Because he's old.
But that's just because I'm old. It's an age thing,
Old.
not a game-related thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, we love you, Brett.
I love you too.
Aw. Anyway, somebody tell them where they can find us.
At What the Fanboy on all the places.
That's right.
You can also. Oh no. Yeah, there's the lower third.
Yes.
Right there with all of our
Why? What?
social media
There
handles.
we go.
I'm backwards.
Yeah. Find us on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us the podcast, which is this show, on not Spotify,
The OG show.
SoundCloud. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Play podcast services, and YouTube. YouTube also has some other stuff.
Reviews
And reactions.
Commentaries.
Yep. Oh, our commentaries. Hopefully, yeah. Go check out Get Out was this month.
Mm-hmm.
Next month's is
Awesome.
awesome. I'm still editing it. Not that there's much to edit.
You should add in some like punching.
It's
sound
more
effects.
just adjusting levels.
Hadouken.
But it was super excited for April's, and then
Maze is a lot of fun too, and we'll have to record that one early. By the way, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess
we
that
will.
up. I'm gonna mess that one up too.
okay.
Also, if you could review us on iTunes, we would really appreciate it. You don't have to, but
It
it'd
helps
be nice.
us.
Or if you just like are in a random place, just like be like, "Hey, everybody, listen to What the Fanboy." That works too. I'll take either one of those.
Yeah.
You can also wear one of our shirts, not these shirts that we're currently wearing.
Yeah.
We
I don't
have
think
what-
I'm allowed to put this on a shirt.
We have What the Fanboy shirts that you can buy, and you could rep us that way.
That's right.
Then people will be like, "What is that?" And you can tell them.
It's like it's my favorite podcast.
Or it's a podcast I listen to.
Or if you're my mom, you'd be like, "It's my son's podcast." Shout out to my mom.
In
Number one
any
fan.
case, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Until next week,
Yeah.
see ya.
You know, bye. I'm really curious about how many people listen to that part.
The very end.
The very like,
I'm
oh, they're
sure,
talking about that.
I'm sure